Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, October 18th, 2025. Pioneer Days continues with more events through Sunday. Today is Children's Day with a whole variety of activities for kids. Beginning at 5 p.m., the Kiwanis Club is hosting their annual Lego Design Challenge. And there's also going to be a cornhole tourney, crafts, music, games, and of course prizes. Head down to Freedom Plaza today to take part of the festivities. The 29 Palms Artists Guild will have their chili cook-off from 5 to 8 p.m. at the 29 Palms Artist Gallery. Tickets are $15 at the door, but kids 5 and under are free. Your entry includes dinner, of course. And the annual High Desert's own outhouse races begin at 6 p.m. at Smoke Tree Avenue. And Sunday morning, the Pet Parade begins at 9:30 in Lucky Park on the corner of Utah Trail and Joe Davis Drive. Check-in is at 9 a.m. and the entry is $5 with an additional $1 per additional animal. All proceeds go to Palms and Paws Shelter. Please, no pets over 250 pounds, and horses, llamas, cows, and bulls all need to stay home. There are great award categories such as Highest Jumper, Ugliest Pet, Loudest Howler, and Pet Owner Lookalike. And the Pioneer Days Classic Car and Motorcycle Show returns for the second year, making it an annual event. Hang out with fellow gearheads for a day of fun and community spirit. Along with tricked out cars and motos, there's going to be games, activities, a pumpkin patch, live music and entertainment, and delicious food and a beer garden from the Cactus. That's on Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. Presented by the Friends of the Historic Plaza. Attendance is free and open to all. We have links to all of this at our website, z1077fm.com. And tonight we'll have some extra intergalactic fun in the high desert. Cosmic journeyman Jeff Harmatz joins us with a look at two wildly different space events happening this evening.
Local legends Alien Probe lead a night of space-themed musical fun. In addition to the band's typically atypical songs about aliens, probes, saucers, and psychedelia, the band will lead a seance in which they will attempt to contact Landers resident and Integratron builder George Van Tassel. Even if they can't reach that departed pseudoscientist, they'll be performing with their actually alive friends in the all-female art rock trio Yvonne Champagne and a Misfits cover band. This event is at Giant Rock Meeting Room, kicks off at 7 p.m., and donations will be appreciated. It's BYOOB. Bring your own Ouija board. If you like your astronomical events a little bit more down to earth, the Harrison House is hosting a lecture on the search for life on other planets from MIT professor of physics, planetary science, and astronautical engineering, Sarah Seeger. The talk, called From Lab to Cosmos, will have Seeger discuss her work searching for Earth-like exoplanets and signs of life in the cosmos. Seeger is a MacArthur Genius Grant winner and is the author of The Smallest Lights in the Universe. The lecture is tonight at 7:30 p.m. at the Lou Harrison House, located at 6881 Mount Lassen Avenue in Joshua Tree. Tickets are on a sliding scale from $20 to $40. Reporting from the center of the known universe, Joshua Tree, California, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
Artist Ben Alanoff's exhibition Steel Boulders opens tonight at the Joshua Tree National Park Association's Art Gallery. The show features steel sculptures that evoke line drawings in space. This will be from 4 to 8 p.m. at the JTNPA Gallery right off Highway 62 in Cherokee in Yucca Valley, and the exhibition runs through the end of the year. Alanoff is an artist based in Joshua Tree, and he works with plant material, found objects, steel, and wire. You may have seen some of his work at previous exhibitions around the high desert. You also have the opportunity to visit his studio and outdoor gallery this weekend at the Simi Daba Sculpture Foundation. It'll be open to the public Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. with work of all sizes on view. That's at 5255 Sunfair Road in Joshua Tree. If you've ever rented a house or apartment in California and you were shocked to discover that you'd be on the hook for supplying your own appliances, you aren't alone. A new law going into effect next year will alleviate that stress that some renters have when looking for a new spot. Adeline J. Wells has more.
On Monday, October 6th, Governor Gavin Newsom signed several new laws aimed at increasing affordability for California residents. One of the new laws was Assembly Bill 628, introduced by Assemblymember Tina McKinner of Hawthorne. As the law mandates, landlords will be required to provide tenants with operable stoves and refrigerators beginning in 2026. California law had previously required landlords to provide tenants with affirmative standard characteristics for habitable dwelling units, including hot and cold running water, heating facilities, and adequate plumbing, lighting, and weatherproofing. However, operable stoves and refrigerators were not included in the requirements, which would often result in renters needing to source the amenities themselves. This extra cost, when paired with security deposits and already high rent prices, contributed to decreased affordability in the California rental market. AB 628 requires the provided stove and refrigerator to have been purchased within the last 10 years and maintained in good working order. The new law pertains to all leases entered into, amended, or extended on or after January 1st, 2026. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
Comedy sketch group The Skeleton Crew will host a Halloween-themed variety show at Art Trap in Joshua Tree this Sunday. There'll be live music by Cat and the Deacon and spooky sketch comedy by a slimmer version of Kevin Bones' usual group, The Laughing Bones, which usually haunts the Palms out in Wonder Valley. Along with live music and comedy sketches, there's also going to be a splash of drag, so bring your spooky glitterware on Sunday, October 19th to Art Trap, located at 61961 Sunburst Circle in Joshua Tree. The free show starts at 7 p.m., and it's bring your own beverage. And if you're like me, you can't get enough of the fall season's planting and gardening activities, and the Mojave Desert Land Trust has just released their inventory for next weekend's sure-to-be massive native plant sale. It's good to be prepared for the plant sale, as many of the natives they're selling are limited to one per customer, so popular plants like desert lavender, California fuchsia, and hairy yerba sante should be on your first-to-pick-up list. They've also released a full plant catalog, so you don't have to rely on your knowledge of scientific names to visualize your planting plan. Pair that with their planting guide and you have 3 solid links to help you get into the gardening mode. We'll have links to all of that on our website. And as we run into a colder, rainier season, you may have noticed that your plants react differently to rain than they do from just regular watering. Some of my cactus have already sprung new growth and unfolded from their dormant summer forms. Hillary Sloan joins us with some thoughts about the rain and what it brings to the Mojave.
Seeds that have remained dormant for years sprout within hours. Creosote and brittle bush soak up water easily. Insects hatch, and tortoises search for water that will sustain them for months. Rainwater differs from tap water. It's soft, absorbs nitrogen from the air, and nourishes plants more naturally than irrigation. Some of it even soaks into the ground to help replenish ancient aquifers. Earlier storms in September caused mudslides and damaged roads in 29 Palms. But in the desert, the story is always two-sided. What stalls a car or closes a gallery also brings life, renewal, and hope with every drop. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
Thanks, Hillary. There's a lot to do out there this weekend, and whatever you end up doing, please be safe and have a great time doing it. That's your local news for Saturday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 news team, I'm Robert Hayden.